The story begins in the freezing wilds of Russia, where a group of prisoners is being transported through a snowstorm. Among them is prisoner 864, bearing a mysterious tattoo on his neck. During a brief stop, the man vanishes. A guard finds him shortly after and warns him, escape is impossible, the wolves will tear him apart. This is where we meet Sergei Kravenov, also known as the Hunter. The convoy proceeds to a grim Russian prison. Upon arrival, the prisoners gather their belongings and are assigned cells. It's here that Sergei meets his cellmate, an unfriendly man who doesn't want to share his space. But Sergei calmly assures him he won't stay longer than 3 days. Later, during a workout session, some inmates try to intimidate him, claiming the area belongs to them, but Sergei surprises them with his strength. Word of the incident reaches the Mafia boss, who runs a criminal empire from the prison. He summons Sergei, who introduces himself as the infamous Hunter, but the boss mocks him, claiming the Hunter is just a myth. A duel soon begins. Sergei easily overpowers and kills the boss and his men, then escapes the prison with incredible agility and speed. The walls can't hold him. His cellmate cheers as Sergei vanishes into the snow. Soon after, Sergei encounters a starving wolf in an icy storm, but instead of attacking, the wolf backs off. Sergei then boards a waiting plane. He erases the tattoo from his neck. Back at the prison, guards find the dead body of the real prisoner with a tattoo on the neck, whose identity Sergei had stolen. We jump back 16 years earlier to New York. Young Sergei and his brother Dmitry are picked up by their cold, domineering father, Nikolai. He informs them that their mother has taken her own life. Instead of taking them to her funeral, Nikolai takes them hunting. Meanwhile, far away, a young girl named Calypso consults mystical tarot cards with her grandmother. The cards foretell tragedy and strength. During the hunt, Nikolai teaches his sons never to fear death. One of his companions, Alex, offers him a partnership, but Nikolai dismisses him because he is weak. The boys encounter a legendary lion known for killing hunters. Nikolai shoots it. The lion retaliates, grabbing Sergei and carrying him off to the wilderness. Calypso, guided by fate and her cards, finds the dying Sergei. A drop of the lion's blood falls onto him. She gives him a potion from her grandmother and leaves a tarot card with him. Sergei is clinically dead for 3 minutes, but to everyone's surprise, he wakes up with the tarot card still in his hand. As he recovers, Sergei reads a farewell letter from his mother. She took her life because of Nikolai and begs Sergei never to become like his father. Sergei blames Nikolai for her death. Nikolai wants Sergei to inherit his empire, but Sergei, now guided by his own moral compass, refuses. Their relationship shatters. Sergei walks away. Dmitry wants him to stay but ultimately sides with their father. Sergei journeys east to Russia, where his mother owned a hidden sanctuary. Upon arrival, he narrowly avoids being trampled by a herd of bulls. One even stands before him, shielding him. At the sanctuary, he recognizes the carvings on trees from childhood. Later, he awakens in the wilderness. His eye color has changed. The potion's effect is clear. He recalls his father's words, "We are hunters." Spotting prey, he gives chase. He leaps across a ditch with enhanced speed and realizes his new abilities. Suddenly, he hears a distant gunshot. He climbs a tree. Using his sharpened vision, he sees poachers slaughtering bulls for their horns. He intervenes, punishing 2 of them. The others escape with the horns. It's then Sergei finds purpose to hunt down criminals. Back in the present, Sergei returns home. He listens to a voicemail from his father urging him to forgive and return, but it's a prank. Dmitry had changed his voice to sound like Nikolai. Dmitry reminds him of an upcoming event and invites him back. Later, poachers return. Sergei blocks their path, arguing the ethics of slaughtering animals for profit. They mock him. Sergei takes them out one by one. To him, they aren't hunters, they're butchers. To escape, Sergei tracks one to London, eliminates his boss, then dispatches him. He checks off another name from his list. Next, Sergei visits Calypso. She's mourning her mentor's death. She immediately recognizes him when he shows her the tarot card she once gave him. He tells her he's been watching over her for years. He reveals that he avenged her mentor by eliminating Semyon Chorny in prison. Sergei proposes a partnership. He'll hunt, she'll provide intel. Calypso, now a lawyer, initially refuses to condone violence, but she agrees to consider the alliance. Meanwhile, Nikolai's former associate, Alex, known as Rhino, runs a violent criminal operation. His henchman informs him about the death of Semyon Chorny inside the prison, which is speculated to be the work of the Hunter. Rhino sets out to take over Chorny's empire. His henchman warns him the Hunter has a list and Rhino might be on it. Rhino meets with Chorny's gang, attempting to partner with them. They mock his nickname and open fire, but Rhino removes a device on his neck, mutating into a bulletproof beast. His sniper clears the room. One gang member survives and agrees to partner with him. Meanwhile, Dmitry, now a singer, dedicates a song to his father at a club. Nikolai meets Semyon Chorny's man to seek alliance, unaware that Alex has already claimed the ally he seeks. The club is attacked by Rhino's assassins. Dmitry hides under a piano. Nikolai survives but insults Dmitry for his weakness, saying he needs a fighter, not a coward. Rhino, furious over the failure of the attack, receives a flash drive revealing the Hunter's identity. He decides to inform the foreigner, an assassin who has long hunted Sergei. Sergei visits Dmitry on his birthday. Tension fills the room. They toast with their father. Later, Sergei apologizes to a sleeping Dmitry. The next morning, Sergei wakes to chaos. Dmitry is gone. He spots the kidnappers, jumps from the building, and chases them. He tries to tear the door open, but they shake him off. They escape via helicopter. Nikolai receives a severed finger and a demand for a $20 million ransom. He refuses, believing Dmitry is already dead and paying would make him look weak. Sergei is furious. Meanwhile, Calypso is betrayed by a friend working for the foreigner. Sergei is lured to Turkey with false intel. Ambushed and nearly killed, he escapes, learning that Rhino is behind the trap. He warns Calypso. She begins packing. Rhino reveals to Dmitry how a doctor enhanced him, granting him strength. He proposes a partnership. Dmitry refuses to betray his father. Just as Rhino is about to execute him, they hear Sergei has broken into the building. But it's not Sergei, it's the foreigner. Foreigner brings a new poison he wants to test on the Hunter. Rhino, the foreigner, and a heavily armed team head to the Russian wilderness. A leopard ambushes them. Dmitry escapes. Sergei emerges and eliminates several guards. The rest use weapons to force him out. Foreigner poisons Sergei with a neurotoxin, causing hallucinations and paralysis. Just as he's about to be killed, Calypso arrives, kills the foreigner, and saves Sergei with the final drop of the potion. Rhino learns of Sergei's supposed death and is disappointed he didn't face him himself. Suddenly, a herd of buffalo charges his convoy, led by Sergei. Rhino welcomes the challenge. He removes the device and transforms. Rhino overpowers Sergei at first, but Sergei finds a weak spot and mortally wounds him. As Rhino dies, he reveals that it was Nikolai who sent him the flash drive. Later, Sergei storms his father's camp. Revealing that he knows, Nikolai sent Rhino the flash drive, disclosing Sergei's identity. Nikolai confesses he couldn't defeat Rhino alone, so he used Sergei to do it, and Dmitry served as a bait. Sergei walks away, echoing his father's words, "Never fear death." Behind him, a bear charges. Nikolai reaches for a gun, only to find it empty. Sergei had removed the bullets. The bear mauls Nikolai to death as Sergei disappears into the forest. 1 year later, Dmitry performs at his club. Sergei visits on his birthday again. Dmitry has inherited their father's empire. He claims he hasn't sold it, but found a doctor who changed him. Outside, something shocking happens. Dmitry transforms into Sergei's own likeness. He is now a shapeshifter. He declares that with both Nikolai and Rhino gone, it's his time to rule. He reveals a final gift from their father, the Hunter's armor crafted from the lion that once attacked Sergei. Along with it, a message: "We are the same, we will always be hunters."